Are you feeling you're caught in these obsessive thought patterns and seem to be spiraling out of control? I'm going to share some techniques with you that I use. Try these and see if they work for you. Number one is don't attach identity to thoughts. What I mean by that is when we have thoughts like, I am anxious, I'm not good enough, I'm not confident enough, then what we are saying is, as a person, I am inherently flawed because I am anxious, not good enough, not confident enough. It is not the external situation that is making me feel like this. So instead of saying that I am anxious, I'm not good enough, etc., change it to, in this particular scenario, I feel anxiety. In when I go out with certain people or a meeting, I feel less confident. Or in this particular scenario, when I'm trying to accomplish this task, I don't feel good enough. So what we are doing is, we are, instead of saying that as a person who is flawed because of these lacks, it is the external situations in which this person maybe has some roadblocks. So it's the situation which is causing us to feel a certain way. And when we know that it's a situation and not the person, then we can remedy the situation. Because if we come from this pattern of this person having these flaws, then we project that energy in every situation. But when we isolate it, it's the situation which is causing us to behave a certain way. And if it is the situation, then obviously we can handle the situation. If there are problems, what do? We find solutions. So if a situation is making me feel a certain way, then I find resources to handle the situation. So when we have this non identification with the thought, when we don't attach meaning or identity to these thoughts, we create this distance from the thought. There's this space between the stimulus that we receive from the external environment and the response that we can provide. And between this gap, we can operate from a position of power, because it's not the person who's bringing these negative energies in the situation, it is actually the situation. And so we can come up with resources to handle the situation. Number two is observe your thoughts. So maybe close your eyes, sit in a quiet place, and try to just observe your thoughts without attaching any meaning to it. See if you can do that. While you're observing your thoughts, know that they are temporary. They come and they go. Don't attach any meaning to them. For the sake of this discussion, let's say that we have three kinds of thoughts. One are neutral thoughts, one um, negative, and one positive. An example of a neutral thought may be, it's springtime. It does not invoke any emotional reaction in me. A negative thought could be, I'm not good enough. It makes me feel not good, unpleasant sensations in me. Then a positive one may be, I'm having a good day. I feel great. So this invokes positive sensations in me. But in reality, there are no positive, negative, or neutral thoughts. All thoughts are neutral. It's the meaning that we assign to the thoughts. Now, if I have this thought, which I think is neutral, it's springtime, maybe it's positive for someone. They think spring is the best season, so they would be excited when they hear that. Or if someone has allergies, for them it might be a negative thought because they do not like the springtime. So, in effect, it's the meaning that we are assigning to these thoughts. So, see if you can sit in that quiet space and observe your thoughts, and try this as well. Try to feel that this um, scenario, this event, all these negative thoughts are probably happening to someone else, and you are just observing them. And maybe you can imagine a loved one going through that experience. In that sense, you're not completely detached, but you have created this space. And what happens is when we are in the midst of something, when we are caught in these thought patterns, we do not have an opening. We cannot see anything around us because we are consumed by this bombardment of thoughts coming in at us. But when we try to create this gap between these thoughts and us, then we can probably see something that works. That's why when in these cases we talk to coaches or therapists or loved ones, they can tell us few things that we cannot see for ourselves. So try, see that this situation or this event or these thoughts are happening to someone who's a loved one, and try to think what response would you give them. Number 3 is notice the beliefs that you have that run you, that bother you, that cause these compulsive thought patterns. And a belief is nothing but a thought that we have experienced so many times that now we take that as an inherent truth about ourselves. We came in this world with no thoughts or beliefs. Over time, maybe because people said it to us again and again, or we had these negative experiences and we reinforced these thoughts on us, and eventually there came a time when we started believing that these were inherent truths about us. Nevertheless, a belief is a thought that we have had repeatedly. So examine the negative beliefs that you have and question their validity. Don't take them as inherent truths. So if we have these beliefs like I'm not confident enough, I'm not good enough, I'm anxious, then consciously notice times in your life when you are confident, when you are good enough, when you are relaxed, you're not anxious. And of course, no one is 100% one thing. So you will find examples where you behave in different ways than what this negative belief says. Another way is use affirmations. Now, affirmations get a bad rep, but if we use them effectively, they are a great tool. So, if I have this belief that I am not a confident person and I stand in front of a mirror and say I am confident, I would immediately get that feedback, no, you're not. And that's good data. Don't just accept if the mind is throwing this thought at you that you're not confident. Accept it, but still consciously come up with times when you are confident. All we are doing is we are not accepting this negative belief as an inherent truth. When we have these counter examples that prove otherwise, we already see that this thing is not solid. This negative belief is not rooted in reality. It is something that has cracks in it. So now we have shown the light of awareness on it. We can begin to change it. So far, we were accepting this as inherent truth about us, but now we know that's not true. So we can start changing it. So, slowly, over time, with repetition, with work, we can change it. We can make it happen because this negative belief also had to be reinforced before we accepted it as a truth. So, we do the same for the positive one. We, over time, put in effort, do our affirmations, see evidence of the positive belief, and slowly make it real for us. It will take time, but it can be done. It's the willingness that can make it happen. Also, when you're trying to change these beliefs, start slow and start with the smaller ones. So, if I want to tackle this belief which says I'm not good enough, it might be huge for me and I might not be able to succeed at it in a short period of time. So, maybe I can start with a smaller one. Let's say something like I do not have good communication skills. And over time, I can change this by acquiring new skill set, by prepping in advance before going to events, and slowly I can change that belief. And over time, when we change beliefs, even small ones, we have that muscle, that confidence that builds in us, and slowly we can go and tackle the bigger ones also because we have the proof for ourselves. Lastly, remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the thinker who's experiencing these thoughts. You are the power behind the thoughts. So use this power to choose thoughts that work for you. Don't take any thought as absolute. What doesn't work for you, reject it or change it. Use your power as the thinker to choose these thoughts that work for you, that uplift you, that move you in the direction where you want to go. I hope these techniques work for you. Please leave your feedback. I would love to hear from you. Good luck. Thank you.